Hare Krishna, Namaste. Chapter 4, which is entitled as Jnana Yoga, Sloka 19. Yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpa varjitaha jnanagnidagdha karmanam tammahuhu panditam buddhaha. Having heard from Krishna about karma, akarma, and how one should see things, karma in akarma, akarma in karma, that is, action in inaction, inaction in action, a doubt raised in Arjuna's mind. Karma is action, which can be seen. Someone is eating, someone is walking, it can be seen, which is perceived. But jnana is not, cannot be seen. Then how can we see jnana in karma? That's the biggest question that Arjuna had in mind. Say for example, I went to school by riding my bike 20 years back, which is an action, which is a karma. Now after 20 years, I can remember and think of that karma. Then it makes sense for me to see inaction in that action. By remembering that particular action happened in past, which means that past karma is in a form of remembrance now after many years. But the suggestion or recommendation what Krishna is giving here is to see the current active action as inaction. Whatever the current karma that I am doing as a jnana. How is that possible? Because action is pratyaksha. Pratyaksha means that which can be seen. Whereas jnana is apratyaksha, means cannot be seen. So, if we are told to interchange between these, that probably may be possible. See certain karma as another karma, even that seems to be quite difficult. Say, walking to be seen as sleeping, sleeping to be seen as eating, etc., which by itself difficult, even within karma. Maybe it's possible to do some in some cases. Likewise, interchanging jnana may be possible within jnana, thinking one thing to be another thing, and so forth. Maybe that is possible. But not seeing karma as jnana, and jnana as karma, which seems impractical. Maybe something is possible because of the jnana, karma comes into existence. And the result of the jnana can also be seen as the outcome of that particular karma. Therefore, seeing karma within jnana at least acceptable. But seeing jnana itself as karma seems to be difficult. This is the question that Arjuna is going through in his mind. And Krishna is going to respond that how that is done. Unless one removes the divider between the karma and jnana, you will not be able to see what I am saying, Arjuna. And the question, what is the divider that you're talking about between this karma and that jnana? Well, the divider is karma. So the karma has many meanings. The karma that we are dealing so far, karma means action, and jnana means knowledge. And the divider thick wall or a screen in between the action and knowledge is another karma. So Krishna says you have to remove that particular karma so you can see these things like how I said. Well, how can I remove karma? That means you want me to not do an action? Well, the karma that I'm talking now is not the action karma. It's a reaction of your past deeds. That is the karma has to be removed. When that is removed, then what I said becomes practical and possible. So the question is, if someone is standing behind a thick wall, how can I see that person? Well, answer is remove the wall. The next question comes, how can I remove the wall? The answer is by seeing those who are behind the wall. So this is quite confusing, right? So how is that possible? In other words, question is, how do I see karma and action as jnana? Answer is by removing karma, previous karma. How to remove previous karma? The answer is by seeing the karma in the form of jnana. Well, it's like Krishna is playing with his vocabularies, doing things like do this and do that because of this. So it's quite confusing. So let's understand this sloka. Yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpa varjitaha jnanagni dagda karmanam tamahu panditam pudaha. Yasya, the learned person. Samarambhaha sarve. Sarve means all sort of. Samarambhaha means the work, attempts. Samarambhaha sarve, all actions. Any action that one can think of, the karma. Kama sankalpa varjitaha. Kama means the desire of sense gratification. Sankalpa means determination. Varjitaha means to be devoid of, reject. Jnana means perfect knowledge. Agni means fire. Dagda means to burning them. Agni, jnana agni, dagda karmanam. Becomes one who's, this karmanam, the work, the reaction, are burnt. And this is what Ahu declared Panditam, a learned person. Buddha, those who know this. So, only one is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. Is said by sages to be a worker for whom the reactions of work have been burnt up by the fire of perfect knowledge. That is, only he who performs all actions without any desire or sankalpa is a learned person. Only he can burn up his accumulated karmas into the fire of knowledge. And that is what the great people have told, the Panditas have told. And that's the meaning of this sloka. Kama sankalpa varjitaha. It is interpreted or can be interpreted as sankalpa of kama. Kama means desire. Sankalpa means resolution or determination. So, the sankalpa of kama, which means free of sankalpa of the result. Kama here is the result of one's action. That's the meaning of kama here. Another interpretation can, in a much more elaborate way, can be seen. This Kama Sankalpa Varjitaha as a separate, splitting them into two parts. That is Kama Varjitaha and Sankalpa Varjitaha. Kama Varjitaha mean not interested in the results of their action, giving up the desire to enjoy the results of their action, and that is Kama Varjitaha. Now, Sankalpa Varjitaha meaning where being free of both Kama and Sankalpa. So, Sankalpa in this context is not the one we very much used to, which is a resolution or vows. Not that on my birthday, on the new year, I make a Sankalpa, vow or resolution, right? Vows. Not that one, not that free, that's not what is being told to be give up. In other words, giving up the idea of doing that karma or the idea behind doing a particular karma. That is not what the Sankalpa means here. As we know, without that determination or resolution, it is not possible to perform the action at all. The first thing should start as Sankalpa. For example, I will listen to the Gita daily without fail is a resolution. If that resolution is not there, then the action, the karma will never happen. So therefore, in this context, the Sankalpa is not about the resolution, it is something else. So, Sankalpa, Sam plus Kalpa. Sam means as same, which is considering or combining two things to be same. That's called Sam. Kalpa means imagination or delusion or illusion. Yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpa varjitaha jnanagnidagdha karmanam tammahu panditam buddhaha. Namaste. Hare Krishna.